Alright. Hello guys and welcome to another episode of Drum Talk. Today is a pretty exciting day for me because I just finished a project which I was hanging on for the past several weeks. It all started back at Musikmesse Frankfurt in April, where I got in touch with a guy from Norway who likes to play a special sort of double pedal, let's say. There was a time where these kind of pedals were pretty trendy. I think Sonar had one, but recently they are pretty hard to get and not available anywhere. And also they had some, let's say, child issues. Don't get me wrong, I think the idea was pretty good and they worked really well for what it was back then, I think 10 or 15 years ago. A few days after Musikmesse back at home, I received an email from this guy and we kept in touch. I made some thoughts and I thought, okay, there must be a way to produce a pedal like this. So I made some more thoughts, grabbed the computer, did some constructions, grabbed some Darwin parts, and it was necessary to make some custom parts. And here's the final result. As many of you think already guessed, it is a middle pedal. I know it looks pretty weird, but it's a pretty cool concept and I was a huge fan back at the time when these came out. Basically, it allows to play an absolutely symmetrical setup. So you have the bass drum in the middle of your setting, in front of your snare drum. And basically you play two slave pedals connected to one main solid part. The main issue back in the days was that you also had the problem of regular slave pedals, more exact with the drive shafts, which wasn't the best option back then because they generate play and wasn't that tight. But this time is over with some good drive shafts like the Ultimate Drive Shaft. You haven't any play in it and it's like playing an individual single pedal. So there's no need to be scared. And also a big feature is that you have a symmetrical setup and you have lots of space for your hi-hat stand on the left or the right side, depending on where you want to have it. And depending on if you're left or right-handed and if you have a regular hi-hat plus a cable hi-hat, you have plenty of space between your legs. Like most things I made, it's based on personal preferences, but I'm really happy how this pedal turned out because it's always exciting if you have something for a decent time in your head, in your mind, and after a few weeks you can see the final result. So with this pedal you have all the options like a regular Darwin has, a single or double pedal. You have all the strap or direct drive options, including hook clamp and beat adjustments on all the three pedals, because the key is it's not only playable as a double or a middle pedal. The whole pedal consists out of two single pedals connected to a middle part. So what you have is two independent Darwin units. So if you disconnect the drive shaft, you have your own single pedal and you have another single pedal. For a small gig you can just say, okay, let's grab a single pedal and carry nothing else with me. Or you can say, okay, now I have a big setup with two bass drums, so I grab my two single pedals and play with them. Also, these drive shafts you see here, they are some true Ultimate Drive shafts with a shorter middle part, a way shorter middle part. It looks pretty tiny and cute to me, but they are extendable just a little bit, about 2 centimeters each. So you also have some more adjustment options to figure out your comfortable stance. Of course you can do pedal balance like every other double pedal, so there isn't any lag or any play in between the system and everything runs symmetrical and completely smooth. So if you just try to push the beaters, they should be balancing. Yeah. So it's a setup you do not see that often anymore these days, but my personal preference is if you have a bigger setup or if you play lots of double pedal stuff and if you are a little on the OCD side where everything has to be inline and symmetrical like I am, it's some sort of heaven on earth looking at the setup with a middle pedal. But that's just speaking from my side. I'm pretty excited to hear your comments, your thoughts on this pedal, on the setups in general. Basically this is some sort of prototype, so it's the one and only out there at the moment, heading to Norway in a few hours, in a few minutes, let's say. So I just recording this video last minute. Maybe there's an option to make a small series out of it. I don't know. Just keep in touch with me, write me an email, and let's talk about it. I'm pretty excited. That's it with this video. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you in the comments or by email. And yeah, take care, see you soon. Cheers.